Hello, everyone. Brooke here, your pink-haired social selling bestie, here to help you connect the dots in your online business. And today we are going to talk about Pinterest. Pinterest. It was something that really, really intimidated me when it first came out. And then I kind of just let it sit on the back burner for years and years and years. And now that I finally have it figured out and understand it better, and it's starting to work and do good things for me and my clients, I have to share. I have to share what I know, and I have to encourage you to look into Pinterest as well. So, first of all, for anyone who maybe doesn't know, what is Pinterest? Pinterest is self-described as a picture bookmark, a visual bookmarking search engine tool. And it's a very visual site. And it's really unique that way because it's kind of like, you can compare it to Google in a way. You go out there, people are searching for something specific and they type in these keywords and they're looking for something, and they have all of these incredible oh my gosh, pictures pop up, and it just gives you this very beautiful visual platform to look for what you are looking for. It's very, very good for all kinds of businesses. They tend to say that it's visual for a reason. So like um, recipes and home decor and things like that. But I have found that it is great for almost everything. People are on Pinterest for a lot of reasons. So let's talk about it a little bit. One of the reasons I love Pinterest is the longevity of content compared to other social platforms is way, way different. So for instance, if I pin something right now for Christmas, it's probably going to last this Christmas and next Christmas. As long as it's relevant and getting caught on Pinterest, the pin is going to last forever. So it's unlike a lot of other social platforms where you pin something and the lifespan of it is super, super short, right? You have a few minutes, a few hours to catch the interest of this one piece of content that you created, and then it's gone. But with the Pinterest, it lasts so much longer. So that's a reason that I really wanted to look into it, because we work really hard on our content, right? We want it to last forever. We work so hard on this content. So I wanted to look at Pinterest because I wanted it to be I wanted a place to go that would allow the content to last a lot longer. So I want to help you as a social seller, a business, to set up success on Pinterest. I want to make sure that you actually have a business account created, because that gives you access to analytics. It also gives you access to ads, which is something that I have not dove into. I'm not huge on ads in general. They're a great tool. It's just not something that has worked, that I have worked into my business strategy. So if you do that, you've got that option for ads, but also the analytics is really the key to that, because you need to watch those analytics in order to amplify your strategy and make sure that your strategy is working. The next thing you want to do is make sure you're optimizing your profile for your niche and your keywords and your branding. So a few things that I like to do is look at my actual Pinterest page and say, would my ideal client find this helpful? Would my ideal client find this appealing? And go with that. The other thing I like to do is make a list of actual keywords that I have available, like 10, 15 keywords that I want to make sure I am using when I'm creating my captions and my titles, because SEO is a very big part of this search engine. And we want to make sure that we're using keywords that our target audience is going to be searching for. So you want to do a little research on that and make sure that you are doing that in your content. The next thing you want to do is look at your boards. Are you creating boards that will resonate with your target audience? This is where creating your target customer profile is really, really important, because you want to make sure that you're creating boards that they want to see. Board titles and descriptions are also good to look into with those keywords, because SEO matters in there as well. And this little piece of information I didn't realize at first, but it is very important. What you search for and what you pin is going to categorize your business account in other searches. So you want to make sure that you create a personal account for those things that you want to pin that aren't related to your business. For instance, if recipes are something you go onto Pinterest for, but your target customer is not looking for recipes on Pinterest, you don't want to pin recipes there. You want to make sure that you keep everything in your boards relevant as well as your searching relevant. So that's something, like I said, that I didn't realize when I first started doing Pinterest. So that's a very, very key thing. The next thing is your pinning strategy. What are you going to pin? How are you going to pin? And what kind of pins can you pin? Pin. My goodness, lots of it. So you want to make sure that you're creating a variety of pins, especially when you first start, to kind of see what's going to hit best. I am finding right now, and I think this is just the way it is anywhere on any social platform, that videos are pinning, are doing the best in pins. So taking your reels, for instance, and moving them over to Pinterest, or if you do TikTok or YouTube shorts, getting them into Pinterest, those things are doing really, really well. But you also want to create a variety. So adding still shot photos, multiple slides, and all of those things are definitely a good thing to do, especially, like I said, when you're first starting, because you're going to want to analyze after a month or two to make sure, or to see what's kind of working best for you. For instance, Pinterest recommends a certain size for their pins, right? But I've been pinning all kinds of different things for my clients because we kind of want to get an idea for what Pinterest is liking, right, for each client. So for most of my clients, I'm finding that squares are actually performing better than the actual Pinterest size. Now, will that always be true? I don't know, but that's why we have analytics, right? And that's why we always kind of try trial and error things. Also, excuse me, best practice for pin designs that are going to capture audience clicks and engagement. So you want to really consider your target audience when you're creating your pin designs. Make sure they're clean, easy to read. You don't want to make them too busy and with lots of words on them. There are infographics, and that's kind of a different topic, and those do have a lot of words, but you want to make them very visually appealing. If they're not going to capture and stop the scroll, that's going to be key, again, like within any social media platform. The next thing is your content strategy. So you're already creating content everywhere, all over the place. You create content that is built for your target customer, that creates interest for your target customer, that helps your target customer. You're going to want to pin it. Pin it too. Because like I said, those social posts that you're posting now, they die after a short period of time. Pinterest keeps them alive longer. So Pinterest is an opportunity to take stuff you've already made. You have gobs of it. You've already made it. Move it over to Pinterest and start a Pinterest strategy with those things. Your blogs, your live videos, your YouTubes, your reels, your TikToks, your posts on any social media platform. And then also, if you have, I hope you have a lead magnet of some kind, you should pin and repin your lead magnet on a regular basis as well. That's going to drive traffic to your mailing list and email list. And that's one of the most powerful things you have in business, is an email list. So definitely want to be doing that as well. The next thing is driving traffic to your Pinterest, because you want to, the more people who follow you, the more people who pin your pins, the better you're going to do. Just like any social media platform, the more engagement you have with other people on the platform, and the more engagement people have with your content, the better you're going to do. So obviously, just using really good SEO and keywords and continuing to do that is going to help. And it is a longer game with Pinterest. You might find that something you pinned a year ago takes off, now versus last year. So don't get too discouraged if things don't do super well right away. This is something that takes a lot of snowball effect on Pinterest. So continue to keep going. But one of my favorite ways to drive traffic on Pinterest is actually to share links to boards or pins in my emails. So for instance, right now it's the holiday season, but whatever season you're in when you happen to watch this, I like to create a board for that season that has something that my target customer would find helpful or interesting or entertaining, but isn't necessarily tied directly to sales for me. So right now, something might be unique holiday gift wrapping ideas. So you could create a whole board with all these really cool ways to gift wrap things, gift wrapping oddly shaped packages, or creating gift baskets out of items from the Dollar Tree. Or I actually find it so interesting. There's a lot of people who are doing gift baskets from Goodwill now and creating ideas there. So really unique holiday gift wrapping or gift ideas for people. And then if you have something that is your product that would make a good holiday gift wrapping idea or a holiday gift idea, you can throw it into that Pinterest board as well. And so you're still talking about it and bringing it into light for them to see, but it's not too terribly obvious, right? And it's a way to get them to look at your Pinterest and then encourage them to say, you know what? I've created this board full of unique holiday gift wrapping ideas. Go check it out. Make sure to follow it because I'm going to add more throughout the season. That way you get more interaction on your boards as well. So that's a really, really cool thing. You can also share links like that on your social media from time to time. And it's, like I said, a really great way to keep helpful content and that doesn't feel too directly salesy on your social media as well. Engaging on Pinterest is also something that is just as important. I shouldn't say just as, but it is an important factor on Pinterest, just as it is on any other social platform. So pinning other people's content, commenting on other people's content is going to definitely increase and improve your reach and visibility. Also, they have something called group boards, and that can expand your reach as well. A group board is just simply a Pinterest board that has more than one admin on it and more than one person can pin it into that board. So you can use a lot of different strategies with group boards, and I won't get too in depth with those, but you can find them if you use tools like Tailwind, or you can create one with a network of people in your life already. So if you've got someone that does something that complements what you do, maybe you want to create a board together to create something that would be helpful for both of your ideal clients, and you're actively pinning and sharing that with your audience as well. So the last thing that I want to talk about today is analytics and tracking. And we did kind of touch on that already, but you need to keep your eye on those analytics and keep in mind that Pinterest is that long game. So your pins do have this longer lifespan and it may come to fruition later than you planned on it actually happening. In fact, when you're pinning, you actually want to be pinning for the season, the next season, during the current season. So for instance, you maybe want to be pinning Christmas at Halloween because it kind of does take time for these things to take off and make traction. So, or you can pin it now and wait for the year to pass and things might happen that way. But typically you want to do the next season during the prior season, if that makes sense. So Pinterest is a really excellent tool for your social selling business. Your content's going to last longer. Seasonal content often resurges after a year or every year. And it's a way to gain reach on content that you've already created, like your blogs, social media posts, reels, and lead magnets, and give them new life. It's also just an incredible way for you to, it's an incredible tool where you've already got the content to do it. You don't have to create new content right now. It's not something you have to really consider creating new content for. You have it already. It's just time to use Pinterest. So I'm going to encourage some action for you and let you know how to get started and improve your Pinterest presence a little bit. So here's the things I want you to do. I want to make sure you have a Pinterest business account. Then I want you to do some board cleanup. Make sure your target customer would find anything helpful and appealing on your boards, and make sure that you're very conscious of how you're searching for things on Pinterest as well. And then I want you to start going through your old content and pinning it on a regular schedule. Regular schedule is definitely still a good thing on Pinterest as well. So like daily at noon or daily at 7 p.m. at night or whatever it is that you want to do. Just do it consistently and regularly. And like I said, you can schedule on Pinterest. It's free. Pinterest has a scheduling option that is absolutely free. And that's actually really, really helpful. So go find old content and pin it onto these boards. And then in a month, I want you to check your analytics and see what's working, adjust your strategy as needed, and continue doing this over and over and over. I do want to let you know that as a virtual assistant, I do offer pinning services as well. So you can head over to my website at brookenorland.com and click to work with me, and we can set up a call to talk about how Pinterest might be a great thing for us to work together in your business with. I want to thank you for tuning in today. And as always, I wish you the most success in your business. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your day.